Hey guys, what's good? What's poppin'? Welcome back to my channel. If you're a new subscriber, welcome, and if you're an existing subscriber, welcome also. In today's video, we're going to be talking about relationships. These days, I've just come to understand that a lot of people go into relationships without the getting to know phase or whatever. And in this generation we are in right now, like, relationships is just, it's just a word. It's not something anybody takes seriously these days, which in a lot of situations leads to so many assaults that happens later on, or even in the beginning of a new relationship. Before you get into a relationship, there has to be the getting to know phase. You getting to know the guy getting to know you, and you guys talk, there are vibes, you guys laugh, talk over the phone all day. Then from there, you kind of like start developing feelings for that person. You start liking the person start liking you. Okay, no problem. But then, do you really sit down and ask questions that you know that are going to take you far in your relationship, or do you just ask questions based on you just want to get into a relationship? Because that's just how it is these days. For relationships these days in this generation, you just ask questions, or you do not even ask questions at all. You just move into the relationship, and that's it. Oh, I have a boyfriend now. Oh, I have a girlfriend now. I feel before getting into a relationship, you need to be able to know that person well. Apart from knowing the likes, the dislikes, and the basic questions with one question thingy, you got to know what actually ticks off that person, what makes that person angry, what makes that person happy. A lot of people mindsets are they're very different. So if you do not know all these things and you go into a relationship and later you start regretting, it's not anybody's fault, but it's yours. Once you've like gone further in the getting to know phase, you guys have to, or you don't have to though, but you just probably go on dates or just hang around, just hang out. You guys can hang out, and you for yourself see the person's personality physically. Use knowing, oh, if this person is what he says he is online, or where you guys talk on the phone, or where you guys chat. Because there are so many people, both boys or both girls, that you talk to them on the phone, they're also kind, so sweet and shit like that. But when you meet them personally, you find out that the little things tick them off, like they just snap. But you do not know that when you're always talking to the person on the phone. You do not know that when you're always chatting with the person. So going on dates too helps in the getting to know phase. About random things, or just know how he or she responds to questions that you can ask. You just have to ask. These days we don't just ask questions, we just dive in because what, we want a partner. It's just bullshit basically. And I know for a certain fact that there are some people that just hide under this facade, even when you go out on dates with that person, before you even start dating that person. They just hide this facade that, oh, okay, you don't want to show that true color or whatever. Even after the whole getting to know phase and you guys finally start dating officially, oh, is my boyfriend, oh, is my girlfriend, that's good. But there's something I actually want to say. A lot of people might not agree with me, but that's fine. If you are like mid 20s, early 20s, your late 20s, whatever, and you want to get into a relationship, even before those certain ages, don't you think that you should actually give it to God? Yes, like actually pray about it and ask God, oh, God, is this the person that you want for me? Because I don't see the point in you dating someone, they end up breaking up, then you date another person, you end up breaking up, then you date another person, they end up breaking up. That's just stress on its own. That's just like an emotional drain, basically. Because you're going from one relationship to another relationship and you're like in your mid 20s, what's the point? Is that you testing out? Okay, these days they'll call it like testing out and knowing the different type of guys that we have, but that's a fucking lie. Pardon my French though. That's a lie. Because if you want to really, if you really want that relationship to work, you actually dedicate it to God. You dedicate everything to God and be like, God, let your will be done if this is the right guy for me. Even if you guys are not like going to marry, because but I don't see why you cannot marry the guy though. But even if you guys cannot marry, but a relationship that will last for a long time, not a relationship that lasts for like 3 months, I personally do not see why you cannot marry the guy if the guy is for you. So if you actually go down on your knees and talk to God, like obviously he's your best friend, it's like the only person you tell things that it doesn't go telling another person. So you talk to God and ask him, dedicate your relationship to him and be like, God, let your will be done if this person is the one for me. And that's it. Anyways, away from that side, I feel like I'm rambling too much. Just so everyone knows, this is just my own opinion, and if you do not agree with it, no problem, it's fine. If you do agree with it, no problem, it's still fine. I am not a psychologist or a doctor or a counselor. It's just me voicing out things that I've seen or things that I hear of concerning relationships. This emotional strain on the ladies when they are being assaulted, be it physically like rape or abuse, or be it emotionally like insults and shit like that. You belittling the person in terms of, oh, can't you see your mates? Can't you see your mates are doing this, are doing that? Oh, this and that and that. Oh, you can't do this or you can't do that. Can you imagine? Look at your skin, this and that. Look at your body size, this, that. Look, when it comes to the physical aspect, in terms of abuse like blowing, punching, slapping. Auntie, auntie, if a guy lays his hands on you the first time he tries doing it for whatsoever reason, that it's not, I, to me personally, I don't think, no matter how a guy or how a girl rather annoys a guy, he shouldn't raise his hands on her. Especially if you're not married. Like, I'm not even talking about marriage right now, I'm talking about relationship. Why would you want to raise your hand on me? Have you put a ring on your finger? No. So you don't even have the right to raise your hand on me. That's it. That's just how I see it. No, auntie, leave that relationship. You are not born into the relationship. When they were giving birth to you, giving birth to him, your placenta did not match. You people, it doesn't match. Okay, what to do when you find yourself in situations like when you're being emotionally or physically abused, or you find yourself in a relationship whereby, oh, it was not the guy I thought I knew before. If you can't really cope in that relationship, then just leave. That if you are being abused, it's not something of happiness, it's not something that brings joy into your heart. No. So please just leave. Also find yourself in situations whereby he's not the guy that you thought he was before you started dating. Okay, for that particular aspect, I feel like in that relationship, talk about it. Oh, you don't like this, or you don't like that, or you don't like this, or you don't like that. If after it feels like you're complaining about it too much, then tell him that you cannot continue with it. Relationship where you have to manage. It doesn't. It cannot be in a relationship where you have to manage, because you know your worth. He knows his worth. So why are you both managing each other? You guys don't have kids. You're not married. There's no ring. You're not engaged. There's nothing. But that doesn't mean that after you leave that particular relationship, once you go to the next one, you make a mistake from it. Just like when they say being in different relationships gives you an idea of the mistakes that you can correct that happened in the previous relationship, yes. But if you're already in, like, if you're probably 22 and you're approaching, and you're 22 and have like each relationship from being 20 to 22, I don't understand. Are you buying and selling? What are you doing there? If you made a mistake in your second relationship, you should be able to correct it before you get to your third relationship. Or don't go into a relationship at all if you feel like you cannot cope with certain things, or the person you want to get into a relationship with is not, what, has some certain qualities that you feel like you are not okay with, but you just want to get into that relationship because, oh, I really need a partner, it's about time. It's not any about time ish, because you are the one that will still complain later. You're the one that will still suffer some whatever. Because I've watched videos on Instagram whereby you are not even at the age of 24 or 22, and a guy is beating you, and you are still in that relationship, telling him sorry. I don't understand, why are you telling him sorry? Why is he beating you? And his friends are there and are videoing it. What's that to say about your relationship? Did you go into the relationship for money or for what? For some people who are under this category of being physically assaulted in their relationships, I feel like you guys need to talk to people. Talk to, it doesn't necessarily have to be a professional doctor. You can talk to an elderly person, a person that has gone through life, that has seen life more than you. It can be your pastor, it can be your pastor's wife, it can be your auntie, it can be your mother. If you're cool with telling your mother about your relationship, it's fine. It can be your aunt, it can be anybody basically, it can be your uncle, whatever. Just talk to that person, because you having scars on your body, but you don't have the story to tell, or you don't have the mouth to tell the story of those scars on your body. It's not a good thing. Keeping it to your mind is just going to drain you. You might not know it's draining you, but it's actually draining you. And I'm just going to say that these days, a lot of people are in relationships for the wrong reasons, for the wrongest reasons, for the worst reasons. Know your worth, know who you are, know your stability, know your qualities before getting into a relationship. Thank you guys for watching my video. Please click the like button, and please subscribe if you've not subscribed yet, and please leave a comment down below in the comment section. Let me know your views on this video. Thank you guys so much. Until my next video, bye.